Today's topic that we are going to discuss is Naman. Yes, that Naman is going to add something for us today, right? As mentioned yesterday, I had already given you a homework in previous class, right? So one by one, we'll have each of you in the front of the screen, and then we'll ask the questions. Yeah, obviously in the front of screen. Okay, so our topic was industrial sickness, right? By sickness, we mean when an industry is not performing well, is not working well, the operating cost is being not covered out, the working capital is not sufficient to meet the daily expenses, it is making losses from continuous consequent years, or it may have more indebtedness, right? So these are the things that could be the problems, or it could be termed as industrial sickness, right? So now the next topic would be relevant to that would be the symptoms of industrial sickness. What sort of things could be termed that they are signed as sickness for the industries, right? No, we have talked about the challenges of the small scale industry. So they could be somewhat like them only. For example, the problem of finance. Deva, put your phone aside. Right. So we have seen the problems of finance. We have seen problems of raw material, ideal capacity, right? Material. Then we have seen high cost. Then what were the problem that was faced by the small scale industries? We have counted 10. Chalo, let's count 10 again. Problems related to the small scale industry or the challenges that we have discussed. It is money or the finance, money or finance, right? Then we have seen raw material, ideal capacity, technical, or you can say technology problem, inefficiency of the workers, then high cost, you will already considered in finance. Then manpower, external finance, that would be the part of finance problem. Mismanagement would not be a problem because it is a small scale industry. Now, how would it have management problem?
If we do not manage any kind of a shop or a
see, the problems of the industry depends on the size of the industry, right? If I run a large scale industry, I would probably have that sort of problems, not like small scale industries, right? So if I'm talking about small scale industries, I would rather have different problems, right? Yes. So we are discussing that the size of the industry decides the problem it has, right? So we have discussed about the small scale industries as well as the large scale industries. Now tell me what could be the problem from industrial sickness? From what is your viewpoint on that? Liquidity. So that could be a problem because they are running out of the cash or they are running out of the funds. Then
external business
the market trends, as we could say them, changing market trends. Then
employee morale will be, employees morale will be because the whole industry is affected.
It could be a small problem, not the sick. It could not lead to sickness.
Symptoms of sickness.
Yeah, symptoms. But symptoms, what do you mean by symptoms? There are itself are problems. So it could be dealt by the managers, na? So what else? Akansha, what is your viewpoint? Or there is no viewpoint? Devam? Any idea about this one?
I'm thinking of one.
Yeah, that even that we won't get today. Yes. That is your choice. Right. So let's go to the slides. If you are not sure, let's check what the slide says. Okay. Continuous loss, decline of technological innovation. Okay, Lisa. I already did. Right. So we have seen different definitions. That ideal ratio, it is 2:1 for the current ratio, right? If it is less than that, that is 1:1, it's a worse situation because you could not run out of the funds to pay the liabilities. You should always have more funds more than the expenses, right? So obviously, if we talk about a company just like Zomato who shut it down one of its business for nutrition, as we have discussed earlier. So it could be multiple reasons, not one. One of them could also be the early assumptions of stepping down of Gaurav Gupta.
Fixed cost will be increased.
Fixed cost. Okay.
Maintenance will not happen.
See, that depends. Even if the change in the management takes place, just like Axis Bank. Okay, Axis Bank was at the heights of success when there was Mr. Agrawal, who was the CEO of Axis Bank. But when it changed, Mr. I do not know. I think Mr. Abhishek, if I'm not wrong, was the CEO, or you can say the managing director of HDFC, who left HDFC and joined Axis Bank. Right. Now that changed the whole management because the main person of the management was changed out. Right. So because of that, different ideologies, different working style, different assumptions, different thinking, different you can say policies has been you can say accompanied by the coming of the new CEO.
You said that employee morale is a small issue.
Yeah.
But in this case, the company is incurring losses, it will not be able to pay its employees. Then of course, it is a big issue.
No, I am not saying that this is a symptom. It is not symptom. I'm saying that it could lead to other problems also. I do not deny the fact that employees' morale is one of the important thing here, but it won't lead to a problem just like bigger than finance, right?
It is something.
It has different
Some
extents.
problem from
Yeah,
finance.
yeah. See, the morale could not be a front foot problem, and if it is there, the management would never agree to it or never accept the fact.
When you say that employees absenteeism will increase.
Yeah, that would be a problem. The labor of that happens to this one. What I'm talking about the Axis Bank is the problem is same. That because of the change in the management, now the problem arises that the management is totally changed. The working methods have been changed. They are more focusing on the profits. They are more focusing on the accounts, not on the employees. They are creating so much of pressure that in the pressure of not bearing that condition, people are leaving Axis Bank. And not people. That means almost half of the staff is on resignation. Why? Because of the mere pressure. It's not only pressure. It's not the salary hike, no increments, no transfer,
Customer loyalty.
no policies, customer loyalty, because they are more focusing on sales nowadays, right? So for banking, sales is one of the important part, or you can say rather the most important part. So if it is not working, the employees will be at the edge to face the problem, because between bank and the customers, the managers are the only key. And if they do not work properly, the bank might face losses, or it might lose customers too. Because being a banker, if I say so, working in the bank itself, I say don't come to Axis Bank. It does create the image of of the stake will be, the company's image will be at the stake. Because I'm just a second, myself being an employee of the bank, I deny, do not come to the bank. Why so? Because I have poor experiences of being an employee. So how would I suggest someone else to come there? I would never refer anyone, even if my family or whosoever comes to me, I'll say no to them. And fortunately or unfortunately, I'll soon leave the company also. That is happening to Axis Bank nowadays. It has totally changed. People are on resignation, and the absenteeism, the labor turnover ratio is at the highest as at this point of financial year. Yes.
एक्सिस बैंक में अभी तो क्या हो रहा है, हम किसी भी बैंक में जाए और जो लोन आईसीआईसीआई से नहीं होती ना, वो एक्सिस बैंक करके देते।
Why? They want customers. What I said, they were more focusing on customers. They want their sales. Anyhow, whether you come to office, do not come to office, whether you open the account, whether you sell the policy, whatsoever the product could be. It could be credit card also. Even a small product like credit card, they are selling thousands of it. Because now the target has been changed from customers towards sales.
What rate of interest they will use?
For loan, that differs. Probably they will have competitive offers. For example, if I know, being a normal family background person, I'll go to 2-3 banks to check the interest rates. For example, I'm applying for a home loan. Probably the home loan ranges from 10 to 12% nowadays, right? So yeah, Sorry. So if I say, if I first go to ICICI is offering 12%, and then I go to Axis Bank and I said that ICICI is having 12%. So they will offer cheaper than that.
8.5.
Yeah, that depends if you are a government employee. Otherwise, it is 10%. Okay, so they have a criteria from 10 to 12% that they will offer, depending upon your assumptions of the bank. No. Basic necessity to even sit quietly in the class.
It is not written in sustainable development.
But discipline is also required, na?
Drink water doesn't buy.
Go, Naman. Other arguing with you, I would focus on what the problem is. Right? So we were discussing about the industrial sickness, that what sort of problems could be there with the industrial sickness, right? So we were discussing about the problems. Let's focus on that first. So the first one is socio-economic.
इंडस्ट्रियल में और वहाँ पे भी बहुत ध्यान दे रही है.
Obviously, because they are having commercial loans. Commercial loan means what? Business loans, right? Or they offer expansion loans too nowadays for expanding the businesses, right? So we were to discuss the symptoms of industrial sickness. Why industrial sickness takes place? So the first one is socio-economic problem.
What is the response of RBI in this because of?
See, RBI do not have any problem if you are following the rules and regulations of banking. You have changed your policies, not the working style. If you are not complying with the RBI's regulations, then it's a problem. Otherwise, whatever you do, however style you apply, or whatever targets could be, it is nothing related with the RBI's guidelines. They're not doing any illegal thing. They have just changed the management. That's it. And it's not new one. Now, whosoever the employee of the Axis Bank, you could go and ask them. If they will be honest, they will not deny the fact that they are under pressure.
Is this affecting their profits or it is going to affect?
See, it hampers their profit at a large when people working in the system are not performing well. Why I choose this topic? Because you mentioned that employees' morale is important or not. So it does have an effect at a greater extent. It might turn out that no, people nowadays would have a policy where they have strict regulations of leaving the bank, because now people are not even caring about what the consequences would be after the leave. For example, earlier they had a period of 2 months to leave the bank. Now they have 3 months. I left the banking. This was the reason. No, being an ex-banker, I could say this one because it is an internal issue that I have faced. None of the employees would say it on the front because they are still in the system. I could say it because I have left the system. I was working as an assistant manager in Axis Bank. That is what I'm saying now. The change the working style, the pressure that they create, the kind of working system they adapt is not suitable to me. When I used to work, I was working more than 12 hours, and 12 hours were not even enough for them. After 12 hours, I need to ask whether I can go home or not. I have left the offices 10, 10:30, 11.
So stressed.
Yeah, I had no life. And even with the time of curfew or lockdown, bank was operating. Essential services, but you have a risk of your life, no?
पर मैं तो
Your work life
कोई भी अच्छा अच्छे बहुत बड़ी बैंक और हो तो 8 बजे तक तो उसका इंटरनल काम रहता है.
See, if I talk about my personal experience, I was appointed as a customer relationship officer as well as a assistant manager, right? My role was to have operations, that is banking operations, the transfer of the funds, the checks, passbook, opening of accounts, all sort of whatever you see in the bank was under my control, right? But it also had a part of sales, and majorly sales. That means we were given targets of 4 lakh rupees per week. You could manage 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, or a month. But after a month, no one is your relative, right? That he would provide you the funds for free.
Sales satisfaction is unknown.
Right. So why I left banking? Because probably the one I was not getting time. Even after 12 hours working straight, you were to ask whether I should go or not. That means 9 to 9 is fixed. But after 9 also, if you want to go, you need to ask. But can I go? That was the working system. And you have no overtimes. Right. You are paid. No doubt I was paid enough good. Or you can say it was a quite attractive salary. But still, if you are not able to live a life out of it, it is rentless. So now, even if I chose banking out of an opportunity. I wasn't a banker at all. I am into academics from last 7 years. And it is between the 7 years I chose banking as a part of opportunity. There was open interviews where I got selected and I just ended up doing banking. But I could hardly survive 6 months. And I left because before the 6 months, because after that, the policy of 3 months applied. So I worked for 1 month. I was on leave for 1 month and I left the banking. That means what? From now you can assume that what kind of pressure they create. It is very hard to live there. No, every time there is a person who would be asking you what you are doing, what is your sales target, what offers do you have to give to the customers today, because you need to meet the target of 4 lakh every week, and 4 lakh is not a small amount at all, right? We would not pay 4 lakh randomly to any person. It's a big amount, and every week to get the fixed amount targeted is not an easy task. And that is out of your profile. You continue with the profile, the work you do, and after that you need to also complete that profile also. So it's a 2 profile job, right? When you become a banker, it's a profile that is exclusive, not inclusive. It's an exclusive kind of job which have every sort of banking problems. Sorry. See, state banking, if you talk about banking, see, probably if you have targeted banking industry today, and we continue to have the same example of SBI. Nowadays, every banking is under the guidelines of RBI, right? RBI is the father of all the banks. So if we consider that whatever they do will be within the boundaries set by the RBI, but the internal policies, the work style, the administration, the management depends upon the main people or the managing director of the company. Is it or not? Because ultimately the CEO or the founder or the managing director has set some rules, regulation for the company setup, right? And if they are being not followed, they will have consequences. Obviously, right? For example, if you do not do assignments on time, you will have consequences of it. Same happens to the company. If you do not achieve the predetermined targets, there are problems that has to be faced after it, right? So if you you can say, Devan, that you say SBI is the answer for my question. If you go to SBI and go in the internal system of it, you will face the same situation. Even if it is a public sector bank, or you can say the government bank, it works with the same working style. Just you said the answer that you said, that irrelevant of the sector, private or public, all of them are now more focused on sales rather than the customer. And that is why banking is one of the industry that could not survive for many of the people. If you have stayed for 5-6 years, then you can go for a longer way. If not 5 years, you will probably leave the company very soon. And that happens today, nowadays, because of lockdown, because of the pandemic, because of the online platform, or because of the working of the banking during the pandemic was a problem, because your family was at the home. You were the person who were going out at the bank, working there, and still you need to come back. So yeah, that was the risk of the life, right? But you were to do the business. No, I'm talking about 2020. Before the pandemic, towards the end of 2019 and 2020. That means I'm talking about November, December, January, February, the third quarter. Yeah, that's what I said. No, when I joined Axis Bank, there were more 40 people with me who joined, and out of them, only 7 are surviving.
One was you.
Yeah, I'm not surviving. I left the company. Na? That what does it mean by? Just say what does it mean by that? 40 people joined with me, and now only 7 are surviving. And I'm not saying they are surviving. Yeah, still in that phase that they are not able to have cope up with the situation, right? And nowadays, after the pandemic, where people have no funds, they are running out of their job. People are laid down because of the pandemic, where companies are laying off the people, right? You might have seen this situation where one or the other person was leaving the job, or company was laying down the employees. So where there were people were not having funds, and at that point of time, you were to have funds from the people. Imagine the situation: people having no funds, and you go and ask for the funds. Would they be able to pay?
People have sanitizers and
Not funds, right? That means that was the worst condition when the lockdown opened and the banking were about to have those kind of situation where the customers were having no funds, or on the other part they have used their funds during the lockdown, right? Because we were not having any business, we were not going on the jobs, we are working from home, and if you work from home you have 50% of the salary. What does it mean by? That is what I said, na. That is the main problem of banking. That yeah, people were not having funds to eat. They were not able to survive. How would they pay your bank loans? How would they even have a new bike or a car or a home? Even if you offer discounted rates to them.
That will affect the RBI and because see, there's something like cash reserve ratio.
Yeah. So that was a problem for banks to manage. But RBI is a regulatory. They can do whatever they want. They have laid down some of the rules during the pandemic situation. Otherwise, the banks could not survive, right? If they are running out of the funds, or that is the basic requirement of to be a bank, how would they manage, right? So we were to do the first topic, that is socio-economic problems. Now divide those two words, socio and economic. Social means social problems and economic means economic problem. Right? So industrial sickness is a serious socio-economic problem which is result of unplanned industrial growth. It is a universal problem where you could see that before 1991, before industrial revolution 1991, where people were not able to do the business. There was an unorganized sector. The government was not having any certain plans for the business activities. There was not even a proper market to do the business. So there, the socio-economic problem was one of the main reasons for the industrial sickness. And many, after industrial revolution, many companies shut it down. Why? Because they could not adapt to different policies issued by the government of India, right? So that comes under the socio-economic problems. Next is outcome of various causes. So industrial sickness is a net result of variety of financial, technical, managerial, personal, and marketing causes faced by industrial units. So whatever problems we have discussed up till now comes all under this, right? Whether it is people, whether it is money, whether it is technology, whether it is management, or whether it is even the marketing. No, can you give any one example of failure of marketing strategies? Any one example that shows that marketing failed very badly? You know what is marketing? You have studied a subject called marketing, right?
Yes.
Principles of marketing, semester 1. So do you know how does it fail, or why does it fail? Or any one example that you have seen around? Yes, anyone? Apurva, David, Leslie, Lisa, Netik.
Some I don't remember that brand, but there was some brand which was like really, for example, I don't know the exact name. That boots for I don't remember. They were advertising that the height would increase. Like we might have heard about this. That there was a case on that company that they were saying that the height would increase, strength would increase, but then there was challenge. Boost. Somewhere I don't remember the name. So somebody.
Okay, can you tell me why did it fail?
Because of bad
wrong
marketing.
wrong information just to attract people.
See, you could also talk about one of the companies like Reliance. No, when it comes to Reliance, we have already seen we always talk about success of Reliance or the products of Reliance when it comes to a good side of Reliance, but we have never talked about Reliance as a failure also. Can you name? Yes, Anil Ambani,
Reliance Power.
Reliance Powers. Why did it fail? This was the reason. Marketing. Right.
His name also affected.
Yeah, and because of which the other industries or the other units of Reliance were also badly affected. That means what? Even if you are one of the biggest brands in the country, but if you adapt a wrong,
They had some medicine. They were saying that it will help. As a
yeah,
vaccine.
no, whenever we talk about Patanjali, we always think of Ayurvedic products or natural organic products, but it is not the actual
I
fact.
anytime think of that.
So that could be also one of the reasons why you have not chosen Patanjali. Right? Whatever they say, that are all the parts of strategy. Right? Never get, being a commerce student or being a marketing student, you should never get affected by it or should not be induced by it to buy that products. For example, we have celebrities that endorse the brands. Why do we hire them? To attract the people, to win that trust, that if Amitabh Bachchan is eating Maggie or Madhuri Dixit is eating Maggie, then they might have a good benefit of it. But it is not the case always, right? Right. Yeah, we can familiarize with the example of H&M and Sabyasachi, which we had given in earlier classes, right, Lisa? Very good. So yeah, she is the only person who remembers my examples. She said I explained it in the earlier classes, if you could remember.
No.
Yeah, there were you know there. I have talked about so much of H&M and Sabyasachi failure. So that happened why? Because of it was not because of the marketing strategy, but because of the people's expectation, high expectation of the customers, right? So we could always have example that we are talking about Maggie, that Maggie was displayed good, or you can, so people eating Maggie won the trust by having Amitabh Bachchan in the ad. But on the other side, it failed when they were being arrested or they were being summoned by the court because of the increase in the lead proportions. See, I give same example with the fairness creams that had a huge problem in the market. When Priyanka Chopra stated that no, I should not pronounce their names. Companies who produce or who sells fairness creams are the one that are the biggest liars of the economy. Yeah, no, it's not fair. Yeah, glow and lovely. Yeah, right. So why even that one statement changed the whole name of the product? Can you imagine how huge it was? And it also kind of decreased, or you can say changed the policies of the other companies also. That means what? A wrong marketing policy could lead you to failure, or even shutting down of the products, where you will have no sales, right? Next, we have visible symptoms. So now what will be the visible symptoms? Where you have run out of the funds, right? Where you have no funds. So it's a physical problem that could be seen easily. For example, Kingfisher Airlines. They could be physically seen that they have no money. They have not paid salaries from last 3 years.
I remember I've gone in that Kingfisher Airlines. They used to give so many free stuff. Like as a kid when I went, they give that whole pouch full of stationery.
Yeah, stationaries.
And food is also free inside.
Right. It was not this. It was not what you have assumed, but it was something else. Yeah, but your point is right.
Marketing strategy.
Yeah, obviously to attract kids. And as a kid, you also, and if you as being a kid, you also got attracted.
You also took it.
That means they won at that strategy to attract people, right? It's not a part that I'm saying against you. I have nothing against you, but I'm saying that it was one of the part of the strategies that they adopted. The case maybe could be that they were running out of the funds because of the indebtedness.
The services are really good.
Yeah.
Then because of this one.
See, the same happens with Indian Airlines.
India.
Air India. Why Air India is in the losses? It could be termed as industrial sickness for Air India.
Government.
Okay, fine.
How government could always be the reason for the one thing?
Every time it needs to just gamble the things here and there, and in that it loses something.
So why people of India supported Make in India? If they were to oppose the strategies of government, if they were to oppose all the strategies of the government, and whatever comes from the government would have bad effects.
It is cash inflow, so they are supporting.
It is never cash inflow, huh? Mind it well.
FDI is the main thing from
FDI is different thing than Make in India. Don't mix both of them.
If the new businesses are getting involved in this Make in India process, then we have many special economic zones there. So they get subsidy and every benefit, so they are supporting it.
But it is not always about FDI. And I am talking about.
Special economic zone of US.
What do you mean? Can I?
So my point, Naman, let me be clear about my point first. It's not always about FDI. Why Indian people supported Make in India? I want the simple reasons for that. So now one could be FDI. I accept the fact one could be FDI. What other reasons are there?
Profitably.
No. Because all the persons who are buying the things from outside. And
They were to spend more money than custom duty and.
Consider that point, then the farmers are also positive. They can take whatever price they want outside the.
But they were opposed. Make in India was welcomed by the people of India, and the farmers' bill was hardly had a worse condition in India.
because of this Buddha.
Probably it could be because of the lack of knowledge of what does it has actually.
It is the most positive effect. The
Yeah,
farmers
I too believe that
can take
it
their
is
own
one of
price.
the kind of great decisions that has government of India has taken. But as being if we talk about farmers' viewpoint, they are not partial, they are not fully wrong. They could be wrong partially because see some of the advantages were taken out by applying farmers' bill. The advantages that were offered earlier would be abundant. So if they were getting the benefits before than this, so what about them?
Every problem is a two
Obviously,
sides of
every coin has two sides, pros and cons. So that depends on how you adapt them in your business. For example, government of India always favors. What I believe is government of India always favors the companies who offer growth to the economy. Just like Adani, Tata, and Reliance. Why so? Why they are the biggies of the market?
We are not, our GDP is nothing in front of Venezuela.
I'm talking about the government's policy. It's not that I'm.
It is a different thing, but
No, here,
economy leads
Make in
to
India is a
growth.
policy of India. I'm talking about the decisions that government of India has taken. That if they support Make in India, if they deny the farmers' bill, and if they still want FDI, so this all things could not come under one roof. They are all different sort of problems. But we could combine them when it comes to the growth of the economy. Because all the factors, all the businesses, industrial, service sector, private companies, public companies, all come under one roof when it comes to the growth of India or the economy of India, right? Because one or the other, everyone is the part of the economy. Whether it is a farmer or a doctor or a CA or a businessman or even the employee, because he is paying the taxes, right?
But,
So all of our
They are not properly paying taxes.
that is a different story there. If I count, if I'm a citizen of India, if my income is taxable, I would rather pay as a responsible citizen, I will pay the taxes. But how many are responsible? Or rather, how many are much into the profits, not paying the tax? Don't you think that Reliance has, or not Reliance, so let me be more clear about a local company like Balaji. Okay, if I take the example of Balaji, don't you think they exceed the limit of the taxes? Gopal. But have you checked that they are more regular, or you can say sufficient enough to pay the taxes, or they are regular in the payments? As simple as that. So that means what? That means every Mercedes owner, Devam, every Mercedes owner would be a taxpayer. Do you think so? Why? You just said it. No, he would. It is not his personal income. It's an institution's income. Naman, two different points here. First one, he's an individual, and second one, he does not have his own personal business.
No. મારો business
Matlab, that is different from this university, no? We could not combine two different business for the one income. Both of them would attract different incomes, and both of them would have a different taxes also.
or they are also getting these education taxes
Yeah.
very low.
And being one of the, there was some problem. Yes, there was some problem. So we were to discuss that these could be all the things of sort of problem that one company could offer, right? So we were to still discuss more, but what we discussed today is the economic problem, or you can say socio-economic problem. Then same terms of, yeah, that was we were discussing about. I'm talking about the points, right? Then we are talking about finance, material, people, management, right? Marketing strategies. So you discuss all, but still there are more points to be discussed in the later part, right? So we'll discuss it tomorrow. For now, we'll stop out here in this session, right? And as discussed earlier, that now onwards we'll be having no project for entrepreneurship, and you are to complete one course that is being offered by Coursera.
And double assignment.
Clear? Yes, and double assignments in accounting. Clear? So that's it for the day. Thank you and have a nice day, everyone.
અરે પણ આ તે તો મેડમે પૂછ્યું કે તું અઠવાડિયા